Yeah, good day, doctor.
Good day.
In the last session, we were speaking about the fasting and its effects on the brain, and you had told that we would be discussing about autophagy. I would like you to explain about what is the meaning of the term autophagy, what is the mechanism of this autophagy. Can you just
Okay.
elaborate on this?
See, this autophagy is a thing which has come up not very recently. It has been coined in several decades ago. Auto means self. Phagy means to eat. Self-eating. That is called autophagy. Where does it apply to? Means it is in the each and every cell of your body. I will explain what a cell is. A cell has got a particular structure. It has got an outer membrane called a cytoplasmic membrane, and inside there is what is called as a nucleus. And in the cytoplasm there are a lot of small structures called organelles. And these organelles are the Golgi apparatus, the mitochondria, lysosomes, etc. There are plenty of them. And the nucleus has got the nuclear material, and it is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. And there are a lot of vacuoles. Vacuoles means empty collection of empty cell or inside the cell, or it could be some collection within the cellular organelles. These are called vacuoles. I am telling you this basic thing so that you will understand what I am going to tell further. Now, in autophagy, the cell eats its own contents. Why should it eat its own contents, or what is the reason behind this? What happens is, when a cell keeps on multiplying, when a cell keeps on growing, there are so many structures in the nucleus called the telomeres, or the nuclear genetic material. This telomeres, length of the telomere keeps on reducing once the number of cells starts increasing. So at a certain point of time, the cell division has to reduce. A cell becomes senescent, that means it becomes very old, and the cell dies. That is the structure of what the cell is and how it replicates and what happens. As the cell grows, there are so many things which happens within the cell. There is called as a cellular metabolism. That means the activity that is happening within the cell. The cell requires oxygen, it gives out carbon dioxide, it requires nutrition, it requires a lot of energy to do water, so many things. So where does this energy come from? This energy has to come from the carbohydrates, proteins and lipids which we eat. So these cells are the storehouses of various forms of energy, and each and every cell of the body has got its own function. For example, liver cell accumulates glycogen, the nerve cells has some other function, the lung cells has another function. So depending upon the genetic material of the cell, each and every cell has got a function. Nevertheless, each and every cell has got a set structure of organelles, and they have a particular function. Now, when the cell divides, and then when the cell becomes more and more, it increases in size, then what happens is the small particulate material in the cell, there will be a lot of degeneration, for which these degenerated products has to go out. There should be some mechanism for this sort of dirt or a degenerated material to go out of the cell. The cell has its own cleansing mechanism. That cleansing mechanism is autophagy. That means the degenerated material, the nuclear material, the material from the cytoplasm, all these things which come out have to be removed. And what actually happens is they come within a particular vacuole, or in a particular area where all these degenerated material are accumulated. This accumulated material goes and fuses with another organelle called a lysosome. The lysosome contains lot of it contains lot of enzymes which are required to digest and degenerate this dirt. So this vacuole combines with the lysosome, and then it gets digested, and then it dissolves. And once it dissolves, the nuclear material and some amount of genetic material, some amount of protein, some amount of amino acids, all of them are left behind. This leftover material is again consumed for another nuclear process or another cellular division. So it is a process of removal of the dirt and a process of regeneration. So this is called autophagy. How it is helpful in this particular sense is, there was one in 2016, Nobel Prize for in Department of Physiology and Medicine was given to one Yoshinori Oshimi.
From Japan.
He is from Japan.
Yes.
He had found out about this effect of lysosomes in 1992. He had put in a paper then itself. And then further, he utilized the yeast cells. Yeast is a cell which is easily available, and it has got all the similar structural capacity of a normal cell. So this yeast cell was taken by him, and he wanted to know whether the yeast cell has got the autophagy function. So what he did was, he found out the genetic material of the yeast and then removed the genetic material which causes autophagy. Once he did that, all the materials or the dirt started accumulating and it became bigger. So then he came to know that this autophagy mechanism is available in the yeast cell also. That was a breakthrough. And then he identified what are all the genes, up to 15 genes he identified, which causes this autophagy. And then he manipulated those genes by causing mutation, and then for each and every gene he found out what exactly the function of the gene was with relation to the autophagy mechanism and with relation to the lysosomal function of the particular cell. By this he came to know that a particular cell has got an autophagy. The autophagy is related to the genes, and these genes are the ones which cause this particular type of enzymes to be liberated, and then these are the particular functions which these particular genes have. So when he came to know all these things, it gave a breakthrough in the research, because the various cells which are involved in the genetic manipulations could be found out. There were so many genes which were found in the body which cause disease. So that genetic manipulation could be done in these genes, especially in the autophagy genes, and it can cure diseases.
Okay.
And
It
that
cure the disease.
because of genetic manipulation. That has to come through, but it is possible because of this invention. And the other thing which happened was, they came to know that the brain cells and the cells in the patients having diabetes, and that's the pancreatic cells, all of them have an autophagic function. This function also can be prevented. Example, in the brain, the people have Alzheimer's dementia.
Yes.
The increase in the autophagy of the neural cells or the brain cells cause a damage to the cell, and then because of this autophagy, the cells degenerate faster. That could be one of the mechanisms. So there is a lot of scope for research in all these things. And one more thing which he found out, to which we are related to now in the fasting, is when he starved the yeast cells, that means he did not give any proteins or carbohydrates or any energy to these yeast cells.
Yeast. Okay.
The autophagy mechanism became very, very vigorous. And when he infected the yeast cells with some other organisms, the autophagous cells or the organelles started gobbling up all the other outside material. So, other thing which came to be known is this autophagy is a process which can remove the bacteria, remove the virus, remove the dirt, and cleanse the whole cell. So, this is a process which is required for the regeneration of the cell. When this is found out, this same concept was utilized in fasting, wherein the cells are fasting for a whole day. Whole body, when we talked about the previous sessions, like we fast for one particular day or one set period of time. When they fast for during that time, what exactly happens is the cells are devoid of energy. They don't get energy.
Because
so the autophagy mechanism becomes vigorous. And then it starts eating up all the toxins and other materials, because it's got nothing else to do. It takes up all the dirt and other materials within the cell. So each and every cell starts getting cleansed when you fast.
Each and
every cell, because it is a cellular mechanism.
Okay.
When all the cells of all the body, because it does not get enough amount of, like you are daily eating food, your amount of energy level in your body is the same, or because you eat regularly. Suddenly you don't eat for about a day or so, then the cells will have some abnormality in their reception of energy. So then the autophagy mechanism increases. If you do that regularly over a period of 15 days, the body gets accustomed, because there is a biological clock. So once in 15 days, tomorrow I'm going to fast. So the body gets triggered for an autophagy mechanism.
So there is an element of psychology.
Psychology, the mind, and the biological clock can be triggered by this. So all these things come in by doing the Ekadashi. or the fasting for 15 days. So when that happens, the body mechanism, it cleans the whole cellular process, the dirt, and helps in regeneration.
Okay.
One more thing it was found is prevents increase in the multiplication of cancer cells because of the same autophagy. Cancer cell has got more of autophagous cells. So the amount of cellular regeneration is cancer is because of an abnormal genetic material in the same process.
That goes on multiplying.
So when you give a normal cell having this process, the cancer cells also start reducing. So these are all the mechanisms which happen in autophagy.
Okay, so there's a lot of benefit in
Fasting because of this cellular mechanism. I'm telling you why.
So this is in
exactly
the micro level.
It is in the cellular level. Correct.
Okay.
Next, I want to discuss about how the relation is there between the gut, that
Yeah,
what is
and the
eat,
brain axis.
and the brain. So
Yeah.
this is called an axis.
And I think that is also related to the central nervous system.
Brain is, yeah, of course, it is related to central nervous
Okay.
system, and it is related to the whole axis because there is everything has got an axis. There is a forward loop and a backward loop. That means forward positive loop, there should be a negative loop.
Okay.
For example, in a thyroid, thyroxine is produced by the thyroid gland. The level of thyroxine increases in the body. Then there is a relationship between the thyroid and the amount of thyroid going to the brain. Then another hormone is produced in the brain, which stimulates or which inhibits this thyroid to stop producing the thyroid. So this is a thyroid and a brain axis.
Okay, doctor.
The same thing happens in diabetes. Same thing in these are all endocrine axes, which are related to the brain only.
Okay. And will this help in reducing obesity, fasting?
Fasting definitely, we discussed it already. Fasting definitely helps in reducing obesity. It improves their energy levels, and especially in obesity related with diabetes.
No, I want to particularly concentrate on obese people.
Obesity and obesity related to diabetes also.
Thank you very much, doctor, for explaining on autophagy. And in the next session, probably you can explain about the brain-gut
brain axis and how the mechanisms of these things have been.
And I want you to
relation to
concentrate
fasting.
mainly on whether those people whose life style is dependent on the things which make them obese, can it be controlled through fasting?
Sure. We'll
So
do that.
because many people will be asking on this subject, so I would like you to enlighten on this. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much
for
for your
this
patient
session.
listening.
Thank you.